You got a big day coming up later on today, right? You got two of your nemesis stopping in here. Hosp.
Yuck.
And Mikey D.
Gross.
What's your plan?
Oh, I'm so above them. Maybe I'll just block the door and keep them from coming in.
How do you think he's going to handle it, Chris?
I think Fez Whatley's Big John Stud, and he's going to fucking wipe the floor.
I got two words for you.
What's that?
Possum. Oh. It's become Fez's thing is just to lock and let it all happen around him.
Almost like a rape?
No, the old Fez Whatley would have stopped a mud hole in their asses and walked it dry.
Dumping beer on top of their fucking heads.
Yeah.
Making them feel like shit.
But I don't think he goes up for it today. I think he stays down low.
I told Fez I could get him like a gun, so that I wouldn't have it loaded, but he could just pull it on them to just freak them out.
Why not just load it? Fez, you want to practice a little bit? Me and Hicks will play the part of Mikey D and Hosp. Who do you want to be?
I want to be Hosp.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll be Mikey D.
Okay.
Hey, Fez, thanks for bringing us in the studio, dick.
He hasn't brought me in a long time, right, Fezzy? Since back there in D.C., when you panicked? You can't take it from us, Fez. You got to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm panicking. Sorry.
It's just us.
Hey, Fez.
We're not really going to lay you out for real.
That stupid idiot Chris never got back to me. Great. What, you're not going to talk to me?
Chris is jealous of how close I am with Ron, so he doesn't do shit.
Yeah, you're right, Mikey. You are close to Ron. Hey, Fez, screw you.
Hey, Fez, are you just going to sit there when we say shit?
Fez?
I'll probably flip you off.
I wouldn't be able to respond to that. If he's going to probably flip me off someday,
I can't handle that, Fez.
I'm going to leave then. I had no idea there was a probability of flipping off.
I need a drink. I'm Hosp.
He doesn't drink a lot, does he?
I don't think so.
You just literally made it seem like he's an alcoholic.
My personality is merging with his now.
Mikey, I'm Mikey D. Fez, did I tell you I'm dating Lene now? You're not answering at all, Fezzy. Something's completely wrong with you. You seem to be locking up. I'm worried, seriously, I'm worried that our last practice before the game, that our quarterback is just standing there.
Oh, boy.
It's
almost like you're in the shotgun position, the ball's hiked back and hits you in the chest, and you stand there.
You're going to get sacked, dude, by Hosp.
I mean, I get that you might probably flip them off, and that'll fucking get their asses when they see that bird staring straight at them. But this is it, Fuzz. It's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do? What's your strategy? What's the strats? What's the stratosphere, dude? Why am I doing all the talking? Why are you just staring at me?
What's the Trish Stratus? Bringing it back to that Lucas
What's the Trish of the dish, right? You know what I mean? What's the dish network on this going to be, huh?
You dishing?
Yeah. Is this the fucking network? Are you mad as hell? Not going to take it anymore? You going to raise hell? Going to raise hell? Is this Hell's Bells? Is that where you are with this? Is that the thing? You just come out with your left down like this? Fuck both you guys. I'm probably going to flip you off. Is that your deal? You got to fucking come up with something better than that.
I think this is going to get better, though, so it's not permanent.
Oh, don't worry about it. This fucking thing in another 2 or 3 weeks, it's going to be just fine.
Well, straighten itself out.
Is that what you're looking for here? Because of this, you better tell me.
Look at JR. He was covered perfectly.
What's the story with JR? You never see him around anymore.
I believe he just started a podcast.
Really?
Yeah, I believe JR's got a podcast.
Is there an American without a podcast?
No. No, there isn't. The Ross Report. That's it. It's the Ross Report. He shares his brings his incredible celebrity roster of friends, his insight analysis of today's wrestling stars and storylines, and you to his weekly discussion of everything squared circle.
Where you going, Big Cat?
I gotta get the fishbowl set up.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you let us know?
I'm gonna go over there now.
Okay. I'm worried about you on the 2 for 1s. Never even looks back. Starting to worry about Fez.
He's in a state today.
Yeah, I know. That was crazy. We were just trying to help him go in all those different directions.
Yeah, it's fun though. You know, I thought it was we almost got through to him with the Bell's palsy thing because he was acting like he had it when fucking Mikey D and Hosp, the characters were in here.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm be fucking totally honest here. I'm a little nervous about this battle today. He doesn't seem to be himself.
No, he should be stronger because I know he's on the phone when Mikey's on there. He just fucking hates him.
I know. But he's got to be able to take him to Shakedown Street.
Turn him into his little bitch.
The biatch. Fucking B. Arthur. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Come in here, Aunt B. Mayberry time.
Steady's just laying down.
Yeah, but maybe that's the thing. Bad practice, good game.
Okay. Like, get it out of his system now, and then when it's time.
You know something? I'm worried about the quiet factor of the Moon Tower. The man we call Fez Watley, nicknamed Moon Tower.
Moon Tower.
Party at the Moon Tower.
That's my shit.
Fuzzy, why have you been on a couple days nervous run? Is it Chris Stanley?
No,
Who are you blaming this time?
I blame myself.
That's funny.
I don't know.
I mean, I was bashing gays before the show, so maybe that's got him into it today.
Why are you bashing gays?
I was just jumping on the Billy Crystal bandwagon.
Still, 2 days later.
Yeah, 2 days, yeah. I can't get enough of his comments.
Well, I consider this a pro-gay show.
So I thought maybe that was part of it.
Fez doesn't know. Just a simple thought of talking with us freaks you out, Fez?
Yeah, I'm like crazy nervous today.
Why?
I can't figure it out.
Well, here's a little advice from me. Never be nervous about nothing. That's my advice. That's why I wish I was a therapist. I just say to people, never be nervous about nothing.
Now beat it and pay me for the full hour.
Beat it. Beat it. Let me give you a little receipt. If I found out somebody was anxious,
Yeah.
I'd just go like this. Well, you better pay me double time then. I'll start fucking your shit up. If somebody was paranoid, if they said to me, I'm here because I'm paranoid, I'd be like, I know, I've been watching you for a while. That's my assignment from the government.
Okay, see, that's going to freak them all out. Well, I guess...
Yeah, but that's what I do. I take them to Freak City, and they come out the other side of it feeling healthy, normal.
Oh.
All together.
See, that's a method that I've never heard of before. That's pretty great.
There's a method to my madness.
All right.
And I also call it the method of modern love. Fez, what are we going to make you do? You're not watching any football yet. You're not watching any movies. You're not watching any TV shows. You're not following the news. None of us know what you're doing at any given day. Like, we don't know what happens when you're not here.
Did you party?
If you're going to party, Fez, call me. Because I fucking party rock, okay? That's my thing. I fucking party. I party like Gronk.
Gronk's the best, isn't he?
I like his family even better than him in their party bus.
His entire family, his brothers, his dad, they're all fucking...
I'm wondering if Fez is going to be into this today. Seem a little off today.
Yeah, I'm a little off. Yeah.
You were off yesterday, too. You want to go for 45?
No.
Slap it down on the fucking barrelhead? What you got to lose, brother?
I don't think I would be able to.
I think you can.
Yes, you can.
Where are we looking? 10 more, Chrissy?
Yeah, 10.
And then what? Then you're going to get fucking strong with everybody?
We're going to go to break.
Oh, okay. I don't know how you fucking line it up.
No, 10 more minutes, then break time.
Okay.
Then we come back from break, it's fun.
All right, so you're not getting strong with everybody.
No, I'm just trying to celebrate, you know.
With you, I never know whether it's fucking shit or shinola. You know?
It's mostly shit.
Sometimes I wonder.
You don't gotta wonder. I'll just let you know.
But I'm saying to you, Fez, this is the fucking shit I'm talking to you about. You know? It seems like something's going on with you you're not expressing. Over the weekend, you were talking to me, you cried, and then you sound like a normal person. I think you need your daily cry. I think you need to come in here, tell Chris Stanley what happened to you, who bumped into you into the subway, whatever.
Yeah.
Have your daily cry, and then come in and do a show like a professional.
Let me be your sounding board, Fez.
You're a pro, right?
Yeah.
Show them all then.
I can't.
Why not? Show all these bastards.
I can't even do 4.5 seconds.
What are you talking about? You're Fez Watley, goddammit. You're Fez Watley. This is something Chris did?
No, I just came in really, really nervous again.
You've come in really, really nervous for the last 8 years. Just fucking see nervous as normal. I'm gonna give you one soul pancake. Alright, if you had to stab Chris Stanley, where in the body would you do it? I mean, you gotta pierce it.
Where? Does he twist it too?
I would stab him in the gut.
Why?
Because I think I would have, if I was trying to kill him.
No, you're not.
Oh.
You're being forced to stab him.
Oh, I thought I was trying
pancake. No, soul pancake. You're trying to do the best you could for him.
Good things.
Yeah. It's odd that you take it bad. You know where I'd stab him at?
Where?
Brooklyn Nets game. The place he always wanted to go. Brooklyn Nets game.
Never got to.
How come you'll never pay off that bet, Fez? How come you refuse?
I just hadn't gotten around to it.
How many dinners, Joe?
I believe 28.
Do you want to go out tonight and for the next 28 days?
Come on.
This is a 28-day splurge.
Looks like the Portland Trailblazers are playing in Brooklyn on the 28th. That sounds like some sort of sign.
Shelby, do you honestly think you would be going?
No, I was talking about Chris. This seems like his destiny.
Liar.
Yeah.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
That's a good one. And his nose? How long is it? Telephone wire.
Never remember that part.
Your nose is longer than a telephone wire. Chris, you locked up today, too? You all fucked up?
I feel pretty fucked up, but I'm loose. I'm getting loosey goosey.
Fez, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Do you sit down when you piss? Be honest.
Tell me.
Yes.
Do you really?
Most of the time, yes.
Why?
It just feels like my pisses are so long, it feels, it's like taking a load off.
Oh, like taking a shit.
Oh, come on.
But is that from your medication?
Yeah.
You have really long pisses because of it.
Yeah.
Does it make you drink a lot of water? Because I never see you drinking a lot of beverages in here.
No, I drink a lot of water at home.
Why don't you drink a lot of water here?
Because then I'll have to go take a really long piss.
Oh, and you don't want everybody to see you?
And then that's hard to do in the public bathroom here sometimes.
Yeah, it's really difficult. Can you hold that thought, Fez? If you're not going to hold that piss, and let me throw it to break, because I got a break here, Chris.
Yeah, we got a break.
When we get back, maybe some special guests with us. I'm not sure. Maybe some long-time listeners who were supposed to be stopping in today. We'll be right back. It's the Ron and Fez Show. Fezzi, you said you had a beef with. You told me you had a beef with Chris.
Well, yeah.
Hold on. I would not let him say it to you off the air, Chris.
Okay.
Because I wanted him to say it on the air.
Well, I don't understand why, I guess, during the commercial break, I'm hearing you talking about shit to me about Ronnie about booking.
Yeah, but that's not the big part. Tell the big part.
No, because I don't understand why that comes up when I kept my mouth shut about what a disaster you were before the unmask we just cut.
What kind of a disaster was I?
I'm trying to get the crowd warmed up, and all of a sudden you're unnecessarily moving a whole row of people out.
A, I moved 2 people. B, because you said, Rain's people, I need 2 seats.
I went in the booth. I brought Rain's guy in the booth with me. You saw me with him, and I said I need 2 seats in here. When have we ever put the guests, friends, or representation in the studio?
When they've asked. It's happened.
Yes, they didn't ask.
Well, maybe you said, I need 2 seats in the booth.
I did say that, and you're moving a whole row of people.
2 people. 2 people in the back.
Then, for some reason, after all the unmasks we've done, you can't figure out where I sit so that I'm in the line of sight where I need to be. And yet, I get yet another chair down in the middle of the row.
I apologize for that one, Fez.
But I you know what? I wasn't going to say anything. I would have said something to you later on. But since we're talking shit behind people's back, I'll go ahead and do it to your face.
I said on the air. It's not behind your back.
I think it's good to get stuff out. So the room didn't get warmed up because they did seem kind of...
The
warm up was a disaster. Because we were still unnecessarily moving people, and I would have...
That was a 20-second instance. Then I moved 2 people and told them to sit back down.
I would have gone in the middle of the warm-up. I would have gone and sat in my regular seat, but then that would have required moving yet another person. And Ron and the guests, Rainn Wilson, were coming around the corner.
We were.
There was,
It was bedlam.
It was, we probably had 15 seconds out of that 20-second that you're talking about.
Well, then I apologize for asking 2 people to stand up and then sit back down.
You were moving them. There was no setting them up and standing them back down.
Before they moved, you told me...
I had to stop you.
Well, that's good. You talked to me and told me to stop it. Thank you. Then you did the right thing.
Am I crazy by saying that a load boy shouldn't even be involved with unmasked?
Well, I was supposed to have Vito help me, but he disappeared.
Where's Vito?
Vito's on the phones right now. So I think Sarah Beth had to jump on to another show.
Man, she just runs around doing shows, huh?
Sounds like it, yeah. So Vito, yeah, he's working the phones this moment.
So you said to him, I need 2 seats. He thought that you meant seats in the
audience.
I said it in the booth. I had the person with me in the booth. I pointed at the seats in the booth. I said in the booth.
Then I must have not heard it. I jumped the gun, and
because it's so different every time.
It is so different every time.
Steven, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hello, Ron. I just wanted to mention something. At the same time you hear Fez freezing up all throughout the show, you can also almost hear Chris ignoring him.
I noticed that.
Okay.
I definitely noticed that.
Also, he's quite imposing.
Right. Physically and mentally.
Right. And if you look back to Davey Mack, I know people bring this up, but he interacted with Fez.
I know he did. He loved Fez, and Fez didn't love him back. Fez did love Pepper until this thing.
Yeah, and I was just going to take this, up to the office later on, and said, "Here's where we could be better next time."
Well, now I know.
But since I'm finding out about the shit that's being said about me while I'm not around.
But I'm glad to hear these things.
I was surprised that I talked to Fez. You're going to email Ron about those things, and then I thought you were. So then,
you didn't say that. You said talk to him about it.
You haven't quite let go of the booking, right?
Basically,
Chris,
well, I see.
You need to. And Fez, when it's the booking, you tell me way too much. All I need to know is the name and the open date.
Okay.
and to see who else we have there. I don't need to know everything that they got planned and what they don't got planned. That makes me start to hate them when I start to hear too much. You know what I mean? Like if someone starts to say, "Oh, Chris Stanley would like to do your show." Chris is from Astoria. He does 2 different podcasts. One with Davey Mack and the other with some boyfriend. By the time you start to hear that, I'm like, I hate that fucking dude because it sound like homework. I just need to hear Chris Stanley, and then I could go yes or no.
Cool.
But you, Chris, let's face it. You fucked up on Mass, I guess. Even though, I got to tell you, I thought he was very interesting. I thought Rainn Wilson was fascinating, and he told me he never had so much fun. But the warm-up and the shit with the seats went bad.
Yeah.
I can see where Fez is coming from.
The whole day's ruined.
Chris, you're on the Run and Fez show.
No, the warm-up got ruined, but you obviously don't care about the show.
Yeah, I don't care about this show.
It seems like you
outta
don't.
here. That's
Thank you.
insane.
Thank you for admitting it.
Go ahead, Chris.
Sarcasm.
And Ronnie B, I don't know what Chris Stanley mentioned in the cop thing a while ago. I'd advise nobody to sell this guy any dope. Don't send him any dope. He's a fucking narc.
You are a fucking narc, dude.
Bullshit. I keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, but a lot of times...
Why, you just did it to me.
Yeah, it's true. But you said, no, let me tell you what happened. He goes, I said to him, so we had a couple minutes. I go, where's the booking sheet? I haven't heard any of the booking names. And I'm not even hearing any of the, you're giving me the standard regular comics dropping in, but I'm not getting the big celebrity names. And Chris said, I don't know. Fez has had the names for a while. He just won't tell you yet. Something along the line. Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, that's
it's fairly close to that. Like, yeah. I don't know why, because I'm like, give me the fucking names. What am I waiting for? Because you know what I mean. I'm like a go gopher. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I want to go.
Fur.
All right, let's bring in your 2 friends and we can finish this up. But what?
Ow! Back.
You're back again? You guys picked a bad day to be here because Fez and Chris aren't getting along very well. Hosp is here and Mikey D is here.
Hey.
Eric in Florida, you're on the Run and Fez show.
Yes, hello. Pepper and Fez sound like an old Jewish couple that just bitch at each other all day long. Can't agree with nothing.
That is true. You guys are, it's like you've given up Christ and you're just the Old Testament with you 2 guys.
We're kvetching.
Is it easier if you both admit that you made a giant mistake and apologize to each other and go on from there?
I could do that. I could move on.
No, because I don't think it was nice what he did.
What did he do that was so unnice?
I'm not talking about the times when he fucks up, but he feels free to bring up my fuck-ups.
I don't think that you fucked up. I think that you just didn't tell me. Oh, by the way, what was the thing that I've been asking for days for somebody to remind me of?
I have that here.
What is it?
It was from the Z-Man.
Oh, okay, so that's an after the show thing.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you this, though. I've never had this situation before in my life. I'm watching Saturday Night Live, and they tell me a guy I know is dead. Basically, I'm watching Saturday Night Live, and they pointed out that Bud Paxton had died.
Really?
And that's a guy that used to fly me and Fez around in a private jet down in Florida. He started the Home Shopping Network. And I'm like, wait. And I had to jump up and look it up. It was the strangest fucking feeling. Can you imagine that?
That is very weird.
Then I got in touch with his family, and I heard the weirdest kind of like spiritual story.
What happened?
His last words, they felt like he was coming in and out of death. And his last words is Fez is next. They said,
that's not great last words for anyone to have.
I'm just saying what he said. I think he was probably wrong. He's probably delusional.
I hope so.
All right, so Chris.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you were at the wrong person here, or?
I think Fez is overreacting, but I'll apologize.
I've noticed that Hosp looks like a sports guy in the Midwest. He looks like he could be like the play-by-play guy for the Kansas City Royals.
Well, I think it is time for me to get out of New York, so I'll take all offers.
But you got the jacket. You've changed the way you comb your hair. You got the thing around your neck. And you just got a play-by-play look about you. Mikey D, on the other hand...
Dirtbag look. As I was been told.
What's the Long Island band that was going to be as big as Sister, but they weren't?
All of them.
Yeah, but it's like Rat
Race Choir.
No. Is it like Rat Dog or Rat Tail or something fucking crazy? You know what I'm talking about, right, Chris?
I think it's Rat Dog.
Rat Dog.
Are we sure?
Fever Dog. Any of those.
It's going to have rat in it.
I might be wrong about the Rat Dog thing.
No, Rat Dog is a Grateful Dead side band, so it's not Rat Dog.
Okay, so that's not the band I'm looking for. Anybody in Long Island would know this band, though. But what made you guys both want to come in today?
Well, I figured if I was going to go see Rainn Wilson today. And
how'd you enjoy the Rainn Wilson?
Great.
And you felt the same way?
Oh, yeah. It took a while, but I think most of the actors you do Unmasked with...
They're not the same as comics,
yeah,
are
comics
they?
are looking for the joke as soon as they get there. He was feeling us all out and was waiting for a response.
He said to me on the way down there, he goes, "This is very strange." You know?
It's deep, you know.
He is deep, you know. But, yeah, it was pretty good. Now, Chris.
Yes.
You, on the other hand... We found out that you did a lot of things before the Unmasked that fucked up. But while we were in there, did you notice that it seemed weird or bad?
No, it just played out.
They were in the row that was being moved at the as Rainn Wilson's coming around the corner.
You were being moved from where to where?
We were going to go in the booth.
For his people?
For his people, for Rainn's people.
So the mistake that we found out is that they were supposed to go in the booth.
Yes, his Rainn's people.
I was even in the green room, and they said, Spencer said to them, "Oh no, you'll be able to sit in the booth." And then Rainn said, "Hey, can he get in and out of the booth if he needs to make calls?"
And I had assured him that he would be able to do that.
Well, you weren't in there. I was in there with Spencer. I don't know what the... Oh, you mean he asked you later?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, Pepper, I'm not saying that you were drunk.
Oh, yeah.
But on some kind of drug or whatever, you decided to make a whole new fucking move.
Because I misheard Fez. I thought he said Rainn's people need to sit in the studio, in the fishbowl.
You got to get it right, though.
I know.
And those things
The good rats. The good rats. Everybody's calling me with it.
The good rats.
Jerry, the good rats, and I call him Rat Dog. Thank you so much. How would Jay in Tampa know the good rats?
I grew up on Long Island, Ronnie B. How's it going, brother?
This band, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Rats, yeah, sure.
They could have been as big as anybody.
Yep.
I like to call them the Stranger of Long Island. The Stranger Boys of Long Island. But you never know.
Well, this could be a Ramones look, too, you know? They used to wear... Not the Santa...
the corporate Macy's Santa pins.
Yeah, I don't think...
Santa pins.
The thing about the Ramones is no one will ever think of you as a Ramones fan because of the hair. Your hair says metal.
Yeah, that's true.
Your hair definitely says metal.
That is true.
Now, Fez... Why? I don't know that you had a beef with Hosp and then Mikey D came in?
Yeah, well, Hosp, of course, I'm surprised he's in the studio and not trying to jump in an elevator with Rainn Wilson as we speak.
Oh, is that what happened there?
That was a previous Unmasked where I hadn't come out yet. Bruce Valanche was the very special guest.
Now, that's a lot of years now that you've held on to
feels
this.
like yesterday.
It's got to be at least 3?
Probably. I mean, I was still on runfez.net at that point, so it could even be longer than that.
So...
And I finally had a chance to talk to Bruce Valanche, someone who's out, he's in show business, he's gay, he embraces being gay, still struggling very, very much at that point. And I went to escort Mr. Valanche down to the main lobby.
Bruce Valanche?
Bruce Valanche from Hollywood Squares, writes every Academy Awards that there's ever been. And Hosp has to show him some goofy T-shirt that he's wearing, thinking Bruce Valanche, who has the largest collection of goofy T-shirts in all of Hollywood, would be impressed with this.
Well, number one, it was the elevator that everybody was going downstairs on.
That's true.
Number two, he asked me about my shirt. and we had the conversation on the ride down. And if I remember right,
you're a guest hog.
You were about 2.5 hours at Bruce Valanche's feet, following him around. I'm not saying
You're like a fucking dog, right?
A little bit.
It's my job to be with the guest.
I understand that, but you had the time. I wasn't even trying anything except to leave the building, and Mr. Valanche started a conversation
you piled
with me.
yourself right in the elevator with him. If it was so crowded, why'd you get in? I was supposed to be with him.
I don't have a fear of
What would have
elevators.
changed your life, though? Would you have now...
We'll never know.
But also on that Unmasked, which I'm sure people can find somewhere.
Yeah. Ron Bennington interviews.
On demand on SiriusXM.
What?
There was a moment where you stood in the back, and it was a very strong moment for you, and asked about how in this day and age someone who's struggling can come out, and Bruce Valanche gave the answer that it's a completely different time. Anybody who's struggling, it's kind of weird. It's a personal journey, but it's the easiest time to be gay is probably right now. ABC Family's showing gay shows, so they're not afraid of it.
It has got a point there, Fez.
But you
That has nothing. Yes, that has nothing to do with the cock block.
No, all right.
You were after Bruce's cock, or you were trying to put your cock into Bruce?
Who knows what would have happened?
That's right.
But I wasn't trying. I got on an elevator, and a celebrity struck up a conversation with me over a similar interest. I don't know what I did wrong.
Wow.
He does have a point, Fezzy.
I don't think he has a point. He bullied his way in there.
So
That's a cock block. That's a cock
And
block.
I have never forgotten it.
What's it going to take for you to put this thing in the past?
I was expecting you to get up during the Unmasked today and just interrupt Ron and start asking Rain questions.
That's never been me. I'm not that person.
No one is that person. That would be the strangest thing ever.
Marky's a little bit.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
You just start banging on tables and screaming.
That's all.
All right, so that's fixed. So you're fixed.
I'm glad we finally got this behind us.
You're fixed with Chris.
Good.
That's why you fucked up your thing, your warm up.
I didn't fuck it up. The very little time I had to do it was taken up by row moving.
It's just two people. It's not a whole row.
Row from Long Island moved. Now she's Row from Connecticut.
Oh,
so this has been a bad day for you, Fez.
It's been an awful day.
You see,
I'm glad the Unmasked went very, very well, despite Chris's attempts to sabotage it at the beginning.
Why would I ever try to sabotage the show?
I didn't realize they were still the bad blood until...
Oh, it's become very bad, Hosp. Very quickly.
What, with you in the emails?
No, me and Fez.
Oh, all right. I meant us, but me and Fez. Not
The
me
thing
and you.
is everybody's friends. That's the important thing.
Thought we were.
All right, you got Mikey D, which obviously you and Mikey have been you were best friends at one point.
We never were best friends.
Good friends.
No.
acquaintances.
I knew who he was. He gave me rides to work.
We did a lot more than that, but it was fun. It's a new year.
I'm surprised you weren't drunk and yelling out names during the Unmasked like you were at the last one I saw you at.
Well, it's
with Jim Florentine.
Controlled environment, so didn't have time to drink yet. Hosp was buying me drinks the last time, and then you rat me out.
I'm cheap. I've never bought anybody a drink. It's bold-faced lie.
And then he rats me out. So you see it?
I want you to rank everybody right here. It's Chris, Hosp, and Mikey D.
And how am I ranking them?
From favorite to least favorite.
Oh, God. Everyone comes in at third.
So you got to rank properly.
Come on, seriously.
It's Lifeboat. Let's just do Lifeboat. Which would you throw off?
Slightly smaller Lifeboat.
Into a fiery sea. A fiery sea.
Oh, my God.
A fiery sea.
Like hell.
Yeah.
I would love everyone to be drowning in flames right now.
Come on, you got to fucking make the game work, Fez.
All right, if I'm throwing one off, it's Mikey D.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, yes.
There we go.
Yes. Me and Hosp.
Sure.
Me and Hosp put it together.
Okay.
We've just been told you got to throw one more person off.
Come on.
Then it'll be Hosp.
All right, so Chris is your favorite. That's your way. That's his way of apologizing.
I'm not
Chris.
apologizing.
No, apology
talker.
accepted. Apology accepted.
Fez, I gave you the bookings because you had trouble with what? I forget. What did I?
No, because
setup. the setup stuff we gave to Chris of yours, and something else that we gave to Chris of yours. What was it, Chris?
I know I took
some other responsibility.
Yeah.
I know you're load boy for Shelby.
I'm a load boy.
And Shelby's basically doing nothing now?
He's running board right now.
Yeah. But I mean after the show.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing.
He's got zero responsibilities.
He's looking at prep at times.
All right, so you apologize to Chris.
Never.
I'm burning.
Yeah, you're the first burning.
I'm the first one.
What's your biggest beef with Mikey D?
I really don't like how he tries to paint me as a bad guy.
You're coming off great today. You seem like Mr. Sweetheart.
Yeah. I
was kidding.
I don't care for Mikey. I don't want to hang out with him, and yet he heard Hosp was coming in, so he had to immediately try to glom onto that invitation.
I agree with that.
I haven't heard the word glom since 6th grade. I did
It's
not
back.
know adults said it.
I went through the proper channels. I didn't ask anyone. I went through Twitter.
He has his papers. He was only following orders.
So, I had no idea about Hosp.
I'm not talking about the unmasked. I'm talking about the fact that you're in the studio right now. You know it annoys me to see you, so I don't know why you want to keep shoving it in my face.
I just want to say hello to my friends, Chris, Ron.
Hey, man.
You?
What's up?
Hey, buddy.
What's up?
That's done.
What's up, Diggity? What's up? Hey, did you hear? Chris says some shit about Fez being afraid to fucking give me guest names. And for some reason, I'm not hearing celebrities. I'm getting a lot of open micers from fucking different clubs around town.
He's glomming those names. You all right?
I'm fine.
Okay, Hosp.
No.
You're running with me, buddy.
Why not? I was looking forward to having my time, but you had to be here too.
Hey.
Well, what do you feel like you're not getting in your time?
I know.
Kind of a Bruce Valanche moment for you, huh?
He's like this. 2 out in the 8th inning.
Royals down by 2. Drink RC Cola.
That's pretty good.
If you get rid of somebody on your team, I'm always available.
Brendan, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Fez, if you were a closeted homosexual at the time, why would Hosp think that you were going to start have this gay revelation in the elevator in public?
He brought it up. There's a difference between talking to somebody you think you connect with in an elevator and before I broadcasted it to across North America.
But how is Hosp supposed to know that you were going to be connecting with him? Doesn't make any sense.
He brought it up how I was talking to him during the Unmasked, during the Q&A part.
Yes, and then in the elevator, me and Bruce Valanche connected over T-shirts, and we talked about that for 90 seconds.
Oh, you annoyed the hell out of that poor
Oh,
man.
yeah, I threw it to you, right, to say, we have some questions, and you talked about coming out, and he says, no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he was looking to me as an out because the conversation over T-shirts...
The man couldn't impress himself more up against the elevator wall as you came after him.
It just has nothing to do with Hosp, Fez, and you know it.
What does that have to do with them, Brendan?
I just don't understand why you'd be blaming Hosp for this one instance in an elevator. I mean, how long could that have possibly been? Seconds in an elevator? And he's furious with him?
Yeah, I don't know what would happen in that elevator either.
I'm an easy scapegoat.
Scott in West Palm.
Gentlemen, I listened to your show when it was in Florida. I loved it. I started to listen to you again when you came on to Raw Dog. And I just had to call. This is the first time I've ever called a radio show of any kind whatsoever. And Fez, you have turned from a gregarious, fun-loving asset to the show to a whining, sarcastic bitch. Jesus, you're bringing the show down into the depths of despair and depression. Get your shit together, man.
You get your shit together. Took you this long to call. Get your shit together.
Comes up with an olive branch to you, tries to make up, tries to offer you suggestions and help, you bite their head off. You give them a sarcastic answer. You get your shit together. You're bringing this show down, man. You are bringing it down.
Well, you can repeat yourself all you want. Thank you.
Now, he is right about something. In the old days, Fez, would you ever have had all these fights going?
Yeah, I still would have been pissed, yes.
But you never had all these fights going. you used to come in and try to think of silly, funny things to do.
Yeah.
What's your last silly, funny thing to do?
I guess it was at the Robert Kelly Unmasked.
On the radio show.
But that would be, I guess, the hypnotism show from Washington.
Okay, which one when was the last time it was, even including those things, it was your idea to do something?
Oh, I don't know. It's been a long time.
I like one thing you said today. Your wrestler name, Big Fez Watley. I thought that
it says it all.
I think that was witty. I thought that was creative. Here's Mike in Philly. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, I just wanted to stand up for Fez and say, I love you, Fez. Mikey D and Hosp seem like a bunch of pricks, and I think you should beat off all over them.
I wouldn't give him the satisfaction of enjoying my jizz.
Well, I love you, Fez. Stay strong, brother.
So uncomfortable right now.
I bet you it'd be sweet.
What? Was that a diabetes joke?
No, that's not a diabetes joke.
John, you're on the Run of Fez show.
You know, I enjoyed Fez's story there about Bruce Valanche, but didn't we find out the truth later on that he actually came off kind of stalkerish to Bruce Valanche and made him feel really uncomfortable?
I don't know how I could have. I wasn't able to talk to him in the elevator. So I don't know how I could have done that.
I think that's why you were taking off booking before, wasn't it?
Yeah. The booking thing has to come in faster, Fez.
I'll get quicker at it.
I'm available 24 hours a day, and I don't know why, but everybody wants to wait to talk to me after the show. And they're like, I've saved this. And I'm like, well, I've got a phone, I got a computer, you can get in touch with me. I don't have to hear all these things at the same. Do I seem like the kind of guy that you're nervous to disturb at home?
I send Gmails.
Here's the thing, you always email me even when you're drinking.
Yes.
Like a lot of time. I'll just get it. I'll go back and find this. This came to Chris from me. All right, this is Friday night.
Oh, no.
3 o'clock in the morning. It simply says, when your mouth is getting dry, you plenty high. That's all I got. And I'm laying in bed and I hear the thing and I just look at it and I go, well, that is true.
Oh.
That is true. When your mouth is getting high, you're plenty high.
I feel bad about that.
All right, we're going to wrap this one up.